Hi again. So this is going to be the very first of my 8 days in November, the month of gratitude, of giving you a tip on how to create a ripple of change in your life that brings you more positivity, more joy, more of a deeper connection with your life. And so the first thing I want to talk about is um, belonging. Belonging. You know, we are coming into Thanksgiving time, and a lot of people don't have a lot of people have a beautiful family, and they have a lot of people that they get together and have Thanksgiving with. And for those that are fortunate and blessed in that way, we don't often think about the other people in our community or people we know who don't have someone to spend Thanksgiving with, or don't have someone that they are going to be able to look forward to spending time with around that holiday. So this little tip is to invite you to sort of reflect on, number one, just being super grateful. If you are one of those people who has a very large family and you always have sort of a consistent pattern of ritual and tradition that you spend with your family, and that's a beautiful thing. And just to be grateful for that, to show, some people come into that and they'll um, kind of forget. I mean, it isn't that they don't appreciate it, but I think we forget sometimes to show it, to bring that energy with you, and to be sort of present with that in all the ways that we can. And so that's one of the invitations, to sort of do that this time, to be present with that. The second thing is to, and I have a friend that's really good at this, she invites lots of people to her Thanksgiving events and is very inclusive with people. And it's a beautiful thing to see. And to practice that is really, really important, because it's a muscle. It's a muscle that you practice. And so think about someone that you might know who maybe doesn't have a family. Maybe their family lives in another state, and maybe this year they're not going to be able to travel outside. So if it's in your world to be able to do that, to maybe give them an invitation to come and spend it with you, or even just to connect with them, just to talk with them about around Thanksgiving, and connect with them, to sort of help them to know they're not alone, that there are people that see them, hear them, and can relate to them. And just conversation with someone else can make that person and yourself feel really connected. And it's a fun thing to do. Maybe take them a little gift of, some cranberry sauce or something. So it can be a very big offer, or it can be a tiny little offer. But it's the energy of that connection. It's the energy of that friendliness, that energy of I see you. And it's a gift that gives to you as well, because as you give, you receive. Now, there's lots of places in the concept of belonging where we're challenged. We're challenged when we feel left out. We're challenged when we look and see, Instagram and Facebook is social medias can be really hard on us to compare. Don't compare. If you're one of those people that doesn't have a large group of people that you hang with at Thanksgiving, it's time for you to get out there and reach out. It's time for you to reach out and see, is there a neighbor you know? Is there someone you know, a friend you know, who usually spends it alone as well? Connect. Create your own experience around the holidays and see what joys and what gifts are there for you. So, the thing about betrayal in a relationship is that when betrayal comes into your relationship, the first instinct is to isolate yourself. You kind of go underground. You go, you go to the mattresses, right? And that has its place. And it is important to be able to go into yourself to begin that sort of assessment of what's happened, and to figure out what your plan is, to try to get some clarity, to get some ground under you, because the rug's been pulled out. And that's a good thing. But there's also the part of reaching out. Reach out for people and look for those that you can trust to support you. And there's something magical about connecting with others during times when it's really, really hard and you need support. You need people to reflect to you about you, what they see in you, what they love in you. So isolation has its place in terms of just going to honor yourself in your grief, but also moving beyond isolation is important. Don't get stuck there. So if you're someone who needs more assistance and would like to talk more about this, check out my website, www.christineleoncoaching.com, and let's connect. Meanwhile, I hope you enjoy this tip. This tip number 1, November 1st, and I'll bring you another tip tomorrow. And have a beautiful day, everyone. All right. Bye-bye.